Must be surely the victory of the Syriza government in Greece, which actually I would say, sheds a new light on possible developments across Europe, also the growth of parties like Podemos and other left parties across Europe. That's probably the high point of last year. In power. I think if you're thinking of going abroad, might be handy to get your euros or your dollars in sooner rather than later. But certainly, whatever happens, whoever gets in, it's going to be more or less a continuing period of austerity. I think we can all accept that, looking at the manifestos of the parties who are likely to be in government. And we're going to have to carry on doing the job that we've been doing for many decades in resisting any attempts to make us ordinary folk pay for the cost of the system that doesn't work, but up for the majority, but only for a very small minority of society. I won't say any more than that, other than to thank you for coming. I think we've got a fantastic programme of activities.
I'd like to introduce the President of the Bakers Union, Ian Hodson. Thanks very much, Ian.
Comrades, sisters, brothers, it's a pleasure to be here today in Manchester to celebrate International Workers' Day, to bring to you solidarity from the Bakers Union. And when we talk about highlights over the last 12 months, let's talk about the fast food campaign and some of the successes that we've seen because of that campaign. The success that where the Bakers Union went to the TUC and put a motion to that TUC calling for the TUC to back a campaign that supports a minimum wage of £10 an hour, bringing 5 million people out of in-work poverty. That means our taxes will be used to enable us to fill the black holes of the NHS and to call for the ending of the inequality in the workplaces. Those are some of the successes that the trade union movement is at the forefront of. We're an inspiration. We show leadership. The trade union movement is part of our community. And if we come together, we work together, we can change our society for the better. Solidarity from the Bakers Union, and I'll see you this evening.
Thanks very much, Ian. We've got another speaker who's also going to speak at our rally, who I don't know where he is at the moment. Okay, can you please show your appreciation for Matt Rack?
Thanks a lot. Brothers, sisters, comrades, friends, I bring greetings from the Fire Brigades Union to Manchester workers and trade unionists and Salford workers and trade unionists on our celebration of May Day, International Workers' Day. It's my second May Day event this year. I was in Trafalgar Square yesterday, and we need to remember this is an international day. All across the world, working people are organising, celebrating their organisations and using these days to build their campaigns. And we need to remember those who are fighting in harder conditions than we are. And anybody who saw the news yesterday will have seen that in Istanbul, for example, workers were being attacked by riot police simply for trying to organise their traditional May Day rallies and demonstrations. So we send our solidarity to workers in Istanbul, Turkey and elsewhere in the world fighting for democratic and workers' rights. It's been mentioned we've got a general election this coming week, and I hope to see the back of this crowd who've been slaughtering our public services, attacking our trade union rights and forcing down our living standards and destroying our pensions for the past 5 years. And I hope to see the back of them on Thursday. But it is alarming that when you look at the policies of all the major parties and the spending plans of all the major parties, what we're in for is a bit more of the same. It may be to a lesser or greater degree, but they're all planning to make further cuts to public services. And what lies behind that is this story about so-called austerity. And let's remind ourselves what austerity really is. It's a programme of robbery, of working people here and across the world to make workers pay for a crisis caused by the bankers and big business in the defence of their profits. So austerity is a programme to attack us, attack our organisations, attack and destroy our public services, to save this system and protect their profits and retain them for the future. So we say on Workers' Day that we're not going to pay the price for their crisis, and we will stand by everyone, whether it's the bakers, whether it's fast food workers, whether it's public servants, whether it's in Britain, in Greece or in Spain, that we're going to stand strong together to defend working people and stand up for working people and for their organisations and for change and for social justice here in the UK and across the world. Solidarity forever.
Thanks very much, Matt. I've possibly got 2 more speakers, but I don't know whether they're here or not. Is anyone here from the homeless camp? Yeah? And we think this is a terrible situation to have in our city, so we've just invited someone from the homeless camp to just say a few words. Right, folks, can we hear it please for Adam?
Hello, I'm Adam. I'm one of the people that are occupying St. Peter's Square at the moment. That occupation's looking to end Tuesday because Inspector Spurgeon there is going to assist the bailiffs coming in to help social cleansing. And it is apparent that it is social cleansing now, that the council have actively banned anyone that has had anything to do with the camp from using any of the public services, including the library and the toilets around the building. So when they do evict us, we will be moving. The campaign won't stop. The council will carry on lying about us in the media, saying that we broke down negotiations. The only thing that we did was refuse to pat down the camp so they come and speak to the homeless. We have got a few more high-profile locations lined up to go and occupy, which is going to make A, more work for the police, and B, more work for the council.
Yeah. Cheers, Adam. Thanks very much. Can I just ask if Alec McFadden's here? No? Well, we'll have to listen to him then. Okay, folks, I'm just going to say a few things. But you will have to listen to me for a bit longer, so I don't know where that leaves you. I'm just going to say a few things. I'm going to run through everything that we're doing today, because I don't know if people are aware of everything that's going to be going on at the Mechanics after this. In a few minutes, we're going to have a march around the city. And then we've got events all day at the Mechanics. We've got plays, we've got films, we've got discussions, we've got bands, we've got a bar open all day, we've got the Bakers Union giving away free cake, we've got all sorts of things going on. So we do hope you can join us for some or all of the day. We're doing various things at this May Day event. We're looking back at our history. We've got an exhibition about the miners' strike. We're going to be showing Pride and Still the Enemy Within. So if you've still not seen either of those, you can see them for free today. We've got a PCS activist looking back at his 40 years in the union movement. We've got all sorts of unions with stalls and events going on. Unison have got a day of international events, because we're not forgetting that this is International Workers' Day and we need to be looking at struggles other people are having around the world. So they've got a day in the John Tucker Room at the Mechanics where they're going to be welcoming the Cuban ambassador. They're going to be looking at what life is like for people in Palestine. They're going to be looking at how trade unions can organise globally around the world. And they're going to be looking at how all of us can stand up to the threat that is the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership. So if you can join them at some part of the day, that would be great. We also want to look at what's going on there. We're also looking at things how they are today. You can join Equality Northwest, who are looking at the effects of inequality, both regionally and within societies on people. We've got the Greater Manchester Hazard Centre and Thompson Solicitors looking at health and safety and legal issues in our workplaces. We also want you to enjoy yourselves. We've got the PCS Samba Band at the front of this march, who I think have already done some work today. So welcome to the PCS Samba Band, wherever they've gone to now. We've got the NUT Band, who are out on one of the first outings, who are also going to be on the march today. We've got an evening of events. We've already had a plug for the play that we've got on. We've got bands playing all night. We're going to be open till the early hours of the morning. We've got a DJ playing music till late. So please do try and get along. Even if you're going home, you can come back and join us for those events this evening. The other thing this day is about for us, though, is about resistance. And we know that resistance isn't limited to trade unions, so we're very pleased to welcome Frack Free Greater Manchester and the Greater Manchester Campaign Against Climate Change, including the polar bear down here, who are going to be showing the film Disruption, and they're going to be asking the question, why are we doing so little when we know so much about the environmental and social crises facing our planet? We're also obviously going to be celebrating trade unionism, and you can join the Fire Brigades Union today and hear more about their determined dispute where they were fighting for fair pensions. You can join the Bakers Union and hear about their dispute at Hovis, which they've won against 0 hours contracts and which gave us all so much inspiration. We've got lots of other unions with stalls that you can talk to. We've got, I can't remember what else we've got. We've just got lots and lots going on. So please, we got the People's Assembly, I'm so sorry. If you've never written and starred in a play with some actors, famous actors, within the space of 2 hours, then go and see the People's Assembly, and you can join them in their writing workshop, and you'll be able to do that, and then they're going to be performing later with the Open Voice Community Choir. Please give me a wave if I haven't given you a plug yet, because I am forgetting people here. Yes, of course, I'm very sorry. As well as Unison's international events, we've got the National Union of Journalists, who are going to be looking at the role their members play in reporting wars around the world. That's going to be a really interesting discussion, so get along to that if you can. Anybody else? Okay, folks, I am just going to say a couple of things to you, because I think it's important to explain where Manchester Trades Council is at with this. We intend to make this event bigger and better over the next few years. We want a big celebration for our 150th anniversary next year. And we want to celebrate the formation of the TUC in this city in 2 years. This is a trade union city, and we need to take it back as a trade union city. Over those couple of years, over those few years, I hope that things are going to change in this city as well. Because I don't think any of us want a city where people are having to survive on 0 hours contracts. I don't think we want a city where people are not receiving a living wage for the work that they're doing. And I am sure none of us want a city where people are having to survive on no money whatsoever. And as our invited speaker just pointed out, what we do not want is a city where people are having to sleep outside the town hall, or sleep outside the library, or sleep anywhere that is not a warm and safe and secure place to sleep. We need to make some changes in this city, and the trade union movement needs to play its role in making those changes. Folks, it's the general election on Thursday, and what I'm not going to do is tell you I think you should vote for, because we're not going to have any party politics at this May Day event. If nothing else, I think our Trades Council officers all need a day off, because we're all busy with the general election, in which we'll be voting for 3 different political parties. That is the nature of the trade union movement today. We are not all in one party. We are not all drawing the same conclusions about where we should be in terms of party politics. But what we can all draw the same conclusions about is the power and the strength and the role of the trade union movement. And what government is going to give us the changes that we need, but we need to do it ourselves. And the role of the union movement in that, I think, is to get enough individual people into our movement, make them understand that they can make changes, and make them believe that the sort of changes that we need are possible. That is our role. Whoever we're voting for ourselves, we should be joining together to play that role like people did 150 years ago, and we still need to do today. To me, in 2015, what a trade union city means is one where we aim to have every worker in a trade union. We aim to have every workplace with a trade union rep. And we aim to have a trade union movement that provides solidarity and support and resources to people who are not in a workplace because their personal circumstances don't allow it, or because they've fallen foul of a system that should be there to support them, but in reality today is destroying their lives. We need to make sure we start standing up for ourselves, standing up for each other, and standing up for our class. That is what the trade union movement was created to do, and that is what we still need to be doing today. Folks, we're going to move off in a minute. The PCS Samba Band's going to assemble over there somewhere. If they haven't done already, I can't keep losing the PCS Samba Band. We're then all going to assemble behind them. We're going to go on a march. We're going to go past some tram lines, so you can keep your banners down till we get past that corner over there. That'd be great. Please do what the stewards ask you to do. Please enjoy yourselves. Don't tell me where to go until I finish speaking. I'll tell you where to go in 1 second. Right. Please enjoy yourselves. Please enjoy the bands. Make a lot of noise on this march. The purpose of this march is to show everybody that we are proud of our trade union movement. We're proud of our city. We're proud of our Manchester, and all we want to do is make it better for everybody. Thanks very much, folks. Please go that way.